Something I've gone over a few times before in my other videos is just how much I enjoy playing the daytime stages from Sonic Unleashed. These levels are just the perfect balance between needing quick reaction time and platforming skills, and are full of high-speed moments that I find make up the most fun out of most Sonic levels. Now while all of that is great, something that isn't so great is that Sonic Unleashed still doesn't have a PC port, as of this video. And I'm not going to be touching on that topic today, because I've already got another video fully dedicated to just that. The issue with that is, though, that the daytime stages in Sonic Unleashed aren't easily accessible to those on PC, or just people who may not own the consoles Unleashed is playable on. But as I'm sure many of you probably know, there is a perfect remedy to just that issue. Playing the daytime stages on PC is very simple as long as you own Sonic Generations, thanks to a mod called the Unleashed Project. The Unleashed Project is a mod for Sonic Generations that has had a pretty extensive history. The full credits for the original mod can be seen on their ModDB page, and in addition to that, I'll also post a link to every other add-on I mentioned in this video. Before diving into the improvements though, let's go over what the original Unleashed project actually adds to Sonic Generations. Before I jump in though, I just need to mention a few things. The first thing to note is that you will need the Hedge mod manager for all the mods I'm going to go over in this video, and if you've modded a Sonic game before, you probably are familiar with it. But if you don't have it installed, I'll leave a link to it below. The second thing is that the daytime stages ported in this mod are the ones from the Xbox 360/PS3 version of the game, not the Wii version. And while the stages are mostly indistinguishable from their Unleashed counterpart, there were a few changes made to some levels so that they could work properly within Sonic Generations. Another thing to note is that Eggman Land is not present in the original Unleashed project because it includes Werehog sections. There is an Eggman Land specific mod, but I won't be going over that in this video. Even with those minor caveats, the Unleashed project is probably the most popular mod for Sonic Generations, and it still includes the 8 fully daytime stages from Sonic Unleashed. This means Windmill Isle, Savannah Citadel, Rooftop Run, Dragon Road, Cool Edge, Arid Sands, Skyscraper Scamper, and Jungle Joyride are all fully playable with this mod. The tutorial level from Sonic Unleashed is also included here, but it isn't a full level just like it was in Unleashed. Now because this isn't Unleashed, in order to unlock each new level, you simply just have to beat the previous one. So there's no metal grinding, which is a plus for a lot of people. And it also means if you've never played the Unleashed project before, then you can easily access every level within a reasonable amount of time. And that's really all there is to it. The Unleashed project is an extremely good and helpful mod for those looking to play through the daytime levels on PC. And if that's all you're looking to do, then I suggest you go to the mod page and install it. There's a detailed download guide on there by the way, so I won't go into guide mode here in this video. But even though the Unleashed project may be a great mod on its own, there are many different ways it can be improved, and that's what I'll be going over now. The best add-ons to the Unleashed project that turn it from a good experience into a great one. The first two mods that are pretty much a necessity, in fact they might be, but I'm not entirely sure, are the better FXPipeline and Direct3D11. These mods are purely for background performance and graphical stability that improve how the game runs and looks, and I recommend having these on all the time, even if you aren't playing the Unleashed project. Although do make sure any other mods you might have installed will work with them if you plan on doing that. Again, every mod I mention in this video will have a link in the description, so if there's any in particular that sound interesting to you, you can find it down below. There is also a previous version of Direct3D11 called Direct3D9EX that you can try if you're having issues with Direct3D11, but I recommend trying Direct3D11 first because it's the more recent and up-to-date mod, which of course just means better performance while you're playing the game. Another great mod that will improve your experience and make it feel more like Sonic Unleashed is the Unleashed Project Redux. This mod does a ton and is probably the biggest mod here apart from the Unleashed project itself, so I'll break down a few of the key things that it does to improve the Unleashed project. This mod includes a ton of quality of life changes and fixes to the Unleashed project, such as improving the graphics of the stages and textures, fixing sound effects and adding others where they were missing previously, improves the appearance of the hub world, removes any unnecessary objects that were left over from Sonic Generations, and fixes many collision issues with stages so that they feel even better to play and function properly. This mod does a ton, but that's not even all of it. This mod completely fixes the camera to act just like the one from Sonic Unleashed, which means any camera bugs or weird inconsistencies in the stages are no longer an issue. There's still a lot more that this mod does, but most of it is minor bug fixes or changes that improve the overall playing experience, and I didn't want to just list every single thing that this mod has to offer, because it brings a lot to the Unleashed project table. So while this mod may not be a necessity like the previous ones, I do highly recommend that you look into this one too, because it can potentially massively improve your experience with the Unleashed project. Moving on to a mod that's less necessary is score generations. This is another one that works outside of the Unleashed project, but it's super useful in restoring or tweaking the scoring system within Sonic Generations to fit whatever you like. This mod works alongside another one, which is the Sonic Unleashed HUD, which transforms the Generation HUD into the one from Unleashed. Both of these mods will give you an accurate looking and feeling Unleashed HUD and scoring experience, and are pretty nice to have while playing the Unleashed project. Now that I've gone over how to make the gameplay feel like Sonic Unleashed, how about we make Sonic himself feel like he's from Unleashed? Now we're getting into the pretty subjective mods here, so these are completely optional and you can customize your Sonic to be however you want. With that said, I always make sure I use a Sonic Unleashed Sonic model whenever I play the Unleashed project, and you can't forget to add back his voice too. In addition to the model, I use the real Sonic Unleashed experience, which adds in Jason Griffith's Sonic voice lines from Sonic Unleashed, in the place of the Generation's default ones. These mods both do a great job at turning Sonic back into his Unleashed form, and while there's a ton of different mods to choose from that do the job, these are just the ones that I've chosen to use, so feel free to use any of these or look for your own. The last two mods that I use when playing the Unleashed project are the definitive Unleashed camera and speed mod. This one is towards the bottom of my priority list in the Hedge mod manager, so that it doesn't interfere with any of the more important mods' camera fixes, but the main reason I use this mod is to get the speed back from Unleashed that Generations can lack in some areas. This makes playing the Unleashed project feel really fast, and as the title says, it is definitively so. This one is definitely more of an optional mod, but if you're looking for some super fast Unleashed gameplay, this mod fits that pretty well. I'm also going to lump in QSS Restoration, which stands for Quick Step Slide and Quick Step Stomp, and is a glitch from Sonic Unleashed that is, as the title says, restored into Sonic Generations. And finally, a mod that I don't personally use because I prefer a more customizable experience, but one that provides great ease of use is the Unleashed project, the Complete Addon. This mod works alongside most of the ones that I've mentioned in this video already, but it also includes some features that were already present in the others. So if you decide to go with this mod, I recommend looking at the recommended mods list on the mod page for the Unleashed project, the Complete Addon, so that you don't run into any issues. This mod adds a lot of different things, many of which are similar to the Unleashed project Redux, so if this one seems more appealing to you, then feel free to check it out and go with this one instead. And with all that, you now have one of the best ways to play Sonic Unleashed's daytime levels. I hope this video was informative, and as I've already mentioned a couple times now, every mod I talked about in this video is linked in the description below. I decided for this to be more of an explanation and showcase of all the mods I enjoy using with the Unleashed project rather than being a direct guide, because once you install one mod, you pretty much know how to install every other mod, and if not, then each individual mod page has an explanation on how to install it. Plus, this video would have been a lot longer if I had gone over how to install mods from the beginning, and I really just wanted this to be a showcase of each mod. Thanks for watching until the end. This is a bit different from some of the other videos I've made in the past, but I wanted to talk about the Unleashed project for a video, and going over the mods that I like to use with it seemed like the best fit for me. If you enjoyed this video, or thought it was helpful, leave a like, and subscribe if you're interested in seeing more Sonic content from me, because I've still got a lot more videos coming out. That being said, I hope you have fun with the Unleashed project, and I'll see you next time.